Hey, what's up everybody? This is Like It's 1985. This is my review of Transformers Prime Beast Hunters Deluxe Class SKYSTALKER. And SKYSTALKER does come packaged in his beast form here, which I am assuming is a dragon type of beast form. One of the things I really do like about this figure is the sculpting detail, in particular here in the wings. Really nice, I do like that. A nicely sculpted tail. You can see the different segments and the spikes on the tail. And you also have the very nicely sculpted head, or the dragon head there. Really cool. One thing I will say about this figure that's very frustrating is the way how loose the limbs are attached to the ball joints. They come off pretty easily. You can fix that with super glue, but for example, even this joint here, you can see doesn't take much effort to make it go back and forth, which is not a good thing. You want this to be obviously a little more resistance to that kind of movement. So they're very loose joints, which is unfortunate. And watching a couple of other reviews, I think this is a common theme, unfortunately, with this figure. So it makes it frustrating to review. It makes it frustrating to actually transform from beast to robot mode and back and forth. Not that it's hard. It's very simple, actually, because all you're doing is you're taking the beast form, standing him up, and then revealing the robot head. Basically, there's not much to it. Articulation at the in beast mode here at the I guess you call it the four legs here. You have a ball joint swivel and a bend here, as you can see, and then there's a ball joint here at the ankle. You got a ball joint here at the hind leg, where the hind leg attaches to the torso. Then you have a swivel, and a swivel joint for the remainder of the leg. The tail does articulate up and down. That's due to transformation. You can have the tail sit lower, up like this, whatever your preference is. And last but certainly not least, or next to last, is the wings. The wings, as you can see, rotate around freely. And then they have a joint here, right there, that swivels back and forth, and then a joint up here that does the same thing. And it goes about 180 in terms of the range of articulation, and then it stops because it starts clashing with that plastic there. You do have the jaw here, which articulates. It does contain the robot head. I lost my train of thought there, but yeah, it does contain the head. We'll see that in the transformation into robot mode. Swivel at the neck here, and you do have a joint back here. You can kind of move the head, the base of the neck, the base of the neck in and out of the body, up and down a little bit. So it does have a gimmick here. You can see on the two wings it has these discs, and what you do with these, there's a little lever there. You push against the lever and they go flying off. And as you can see, I got a floppy mess here. It's very, very frustrating. Again, if I had some super glue, I would do the super glue trick and apply some of that to the ball joint to roughen up the surface. But as it is, I don't have any. But that kind of demonstrates the floppiness of this figure. It's really frustrating. Transformation. Let me go ahead and start with the arms and the way that the claws transform. Really kind of neat. Basically, you have a swivel joint right here, and you want to swivel this around such that you bring out the robot claw. Then you rotate around the dragon claw, and it basically sits behind the forearm. And let me see, get this back there. So you end up with something like this. I think this figure would have been better as a Voyager class figure. So this gets rotated around via the ball joint, and you got the arms like that, and hands. For the crotch area here, you can see there's actually a slider mechanism right here. You can see that in the beast form. Looks kind of weird, but basically slide the two halves of the crotch together, and then you go like that. The legs get transformed like basically like the shape of a chicken leg, so something like that. And then the head here, there's this panel here in the front that opens up and rotates forward, and you may have to move this part. There's this midsection here. You actually push this back, or rotate this whole assembly back. That frees up this panel to open in the front. Then you want to bring down the jaw here, and I believe that kind of gets placed in there and kind of holds it in place. And bring down the head, as you can see there. And the wings you kind of just position pretty much as you want. I'll do those last. And then you have the tail here, which in the instructions show you want to bring it all the way up kind of towards the back like that. So it's going from here to here. And let me see if I can get this guy all taken care of. You're supposed to take off the tip of the tail. It does come off, and the instructions don't tell you what to do with it. But this tip of the tail is removable. But for now, I'm just going to leave it on here, just so it has a place to be. Like I say, the instructions don't really tell us what to do with that tip, as far as I'm aware of, anyways. So, as you can see, this guy is a little bit difficult to get to stand because of the weight issues and also because of loose joints. But you should end up something like this in robot mode. Oh, I forgot one thing, sorry. There's these little heel pieces that come out, as you can see. They are on a loose joint, so they tend to fold back into the back of the leg. And as far as I can tell, they don't really touch the surface of the ground, so they're not really useful at all, really. You can see they don't really provide any heel support, at least as far as I can tell. It's possible I might be transforming this wrong, but you know. Let's go with articulation here. You have the head on a swivel there, although, yeah, you can kind of swivel it there, as you can see. The same thing with the arms. The arms here are on a ball joint. Again, you have the swivel and the bend here. Pretty much the articulation is the same in robot as in beast form. Wings, like that, legs, and so forth. So yeah, it's to me it's kind of a problematic figure. It's got an interesting design, and certainly it's unique. I can't think of a Transformer that looks like this. There might be some in the Beast Machines or Beast Wars figures that maybe look like this, but not that I'm aware of anyways. So it's pretty unique design. You can load up the projectile weapons, and you can kind of get the wings, you know, forward like this if you want to fire off the projectiles, but you know, it's just, you can bring the wings down sort of like that. So you got different options here with the wings. So I think the packaging shows them like pointed forward like this, like an attack mode here, and that way you can load up the projectiles and, you know, fire them off. So this figure is, like I say, it's problematic. Loose joints, which can be fixed somewhat with the super glue trick, although that won't fix the issue with these type of joints here, which are loose as well. So I think it would have been better as a Voyager class figure. So there he has kind of his attack mode there with him forward, but then that makes him front heavy. Alright, so if it's not obvious, I'm having trouble getting this guy to stand, just to pose him. Everything is so loose and floppy. But this has been my review of Transformers Prime Beast Hunters Deluxe Class SKYSTALKER. And I'm reluctant to recommend him. Maybe if you really like the design, wait till it goes on sale, like at some of the like the dollar store or a Big Lots where it's going to be marked down. Wait till it gets marked down would be my suggestion. Alright, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys later.